Hey guys, what's going on? Doing a quick update review on Raging Bull Ben Sturgill LottoX service. So there'll be a link in the description below where you can go and check out this full review. I started it last year. Revisiting the service, I'm still in it, I'm still looking at it. And I saw the latest trades and I thought I'd show you guys them and talk about them a little bit more here. It's quite an interesting service. Basically every Thursday around lunchtime Ben Sturgill goes live and he sends out trade alerts for what could be some of the best trade ideas to hold overnight that are expiring. They're option trades that are expiring the next day, so 0 DTE, where the trades expire the next day, where you can see massive volatile moves in the options contracts. And so I like Ben. He's a good trader. He's a technical trader. He's been around for probably 15 to 20 years now. He joined Raging Bull a few years ago, and he's good at what he does, and I think this stuff is pretty interesting for you guys. So, like I said, the service is pretty low cost. I'm not sure what the price is. We can look at that in a minute. But the trades come out every Thursday around 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. And so they're recorded and there's usually an archive, and so I thought this year, since we just started 2023, I could look at the ones that have come out this year so far and we can go through them and see how they did. So we can kind of just check that out. I did some trades last year, and if you look at this article you'll see my results and videos and things that I did on this service last year. But it's a brand new year, the market is changing, it's starting to actually become a little bit more bullish, and I think that's being reflected in the performance of these LottoX trades. So let's have a quick look at this this little article here. So one thing that has been noticeable recently has been how much volume 0 DTE trades have started to become. So there was this article out recently in Bloomberg. They said they're exploding in popularity. So they're super risky. Like, everybody knows that 0 DTE could expire worthless the next day, right? That's the whole idea. And most options trades do expire worthless. Like, everybody knows that too, which is why the sell side of options is so popular. And, looking at this, it said before the pandemic, less than 15% of the total options trading volume out there was 0 DTE options trades. That's not too surprising because it's not that many people are that excited about trading 0 DTE, right? If they're that risky. But get this, at the end of last year in Q4 of 2022, over 40% of the total options volume was 0 DTE trades. And here's the volume as a function of time, right? So we're seeing this exponential growth in how many people are trading these 0 DTE trades. Not quite sure why that is. There's no explanation in the article. I know it's very odd to me. But almost half of the options trades now are 0 DTEs, which is crazy. And so when these things go, they can have massive moves. Like this was one Ben Sturgill alerted a while ago, so November. And these are Apple calls that moved 853% overnight. So these things really go. Of course, they can go the other way, and you can go down to 0. So the cool thing is, though, they're really cheap. So you can see usually they're about 50 cents sort of price, and they went up to $7 on this particular move. So your risk reward is very very good in terms of you can only lose $40 for one contract to gain 700. So pretty nice. So just looking through this, let's see if we go over to the actual Raging Bull dashboard. So this is my Raging Bull dashboard. I have every service from Raging Bull, and so I thought this was the first LottoX results of 2023, and I thought it was good because he put together an email showing exactly what happened with every trade. So I thought I'd go over those. No guarantee that this is what happens every week. In fact, there's a guarantee that it won't happen every week because it was 100% winners on this last one. So Ford stock, he was looking at contracts, $12 calls the next day because he saw a lot of unusual options activity on these calls and thinks that F could keep going higher. These were trading at 29 cents, so really cheap stuff. So it's kind of cool. You can take tiny little positions, and they jumped 100% overnight, which is nice. The same day, he was looking at MRK, and he talks about these on his call. So he does a 30-minute live stream call thing that you can join, but he also sends them out via the app as well, so you don't have to be on the call or the live stream. MRK longs, contracts were 114 calls. Ben sees over 11,000 contracts and these 114 calls and thinks MRK could pop. And so they were only 23 cents, which is amazingly cheap, and they jumped 539% overnight. So these are all from the start of January. Honorable mention ones, UAL, also long calls, $41 calls. They were really strong, so Ethan thought they could go. Ethan works, by the way, with Ben a lot. He's good too. And so these jumped from 33 cents to $1.28 overnight, 288%, which is really cool. Another honorable mention, these are ones that may or may not work, right? And so they were 106% in 55 minutes, so pretty nice. And so that was them all. So they all worked really, really well. So if you just started LottoX at the start of January and were taking these, you'd be pretty excited about how well these worked. Riot was the other one. So UL and Riot, $4 calls. So pretty impressive stuff. Just looking at what else is going on here. I'm not sure there's much more to talk about there. So I think as long as you know what you're getting in for with these, they're really cool. They're really fun to do. Even if you just take one contract for $40, one contract for $35 kind of thing, just take little bets on these things. It can be pretty fun to do. And so the LottoX service is really good. If you click on the links in the article, it'll take you to, let's see if we got one up here somewhere, to a webinar. So it looks like you have to kind of join LottoX. It says no cost access. I don't know what happens if you join up with that. I'm assuming you get emailed an offer or something to join. It is a fairly low cost service though, so I don't remember how much it costs exactly, but you can check it out and see. And so let me know if you have any questions about LottoX. I think it's something I'm going to focus on a little bit more this year. Try to get a little bit extra money out of this thing on the long side, which would be pretty cool. Alright guys, till next time. Cheers.